Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel Literary Analysis. So today we will discuss about the poem of William Wordsworth, I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud. So today I will discuss the critical analysis of this poem. So let's start the video and analysis of the poem I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud. This poem composed of four stanzas. In first stanza, he described, I wandered lonely as a cloud. The speaker described about he walked around and felt as lonely as a cloud. He doesn't say walked around but uses the much more described word wandered. Suddenly, the speaker sees a group of daffodils flowers. We tend to think of daffodils as yellow, but he uses the more majestic sounding golden. He calls them a crowd, so they must be packed tightly together. Then he elaborates on crowd by adding the noun host. A host is just a big group. He sees the daffodils beside a lake and underneath some trees. It's a breezy day and the flowers flutter and dance on their streams. In this stanza, he described about daffodils and he called them as daffodils golden flowers, but they are usually in yellow color, but he focuses on the golden color. He besides the lake, he sees the trees that are fluttering and dancing in the wind or breeze. So he described about the dancing nature of flowers and trees in the breezing air. Then second stanza continues as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way. They stretch in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 saw I at a glass, tossing their heads in spring sprightly dance. He says the flowers stretch continuously without a break, like the stars in the Milky Way galaxy, each daffodil gleaming like a star. He also says that these flowers line to shore of a bay of the lake, which must be a relatively large lake. This speaker or a writer takes in 10,000 dancing flowers at once, and that's all of daffodils. The flowers toss their hands while dancing to the wind. Spritingly means happily and merrily. So, in this stanza, the writer explains about the dancing dancing of flowers and they are tossing their heads in spring of dance. The writer William Wordsworth, as we know, that a romantic poet and he is a nature loving poet, so he describes all the he observes the nature and describe their natural habits and their traits. Then the next third stanza, the waves beside them dance, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet could not be gay in such a jocund company. I but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. The writer says that the waves also dance in the breeze and wind, but the daffodils seem happier than the waves. The speaker now can't help but feel happily or gay. The flowers and waves feel like companions to him. He feels that flowers that are the friends of each other. The repetition of the gaze tells us that he kept looking at the flowers of the long time. The word wealth expresses a more permanent kind of happiness. In this stanza, he explains the happiness and the happiness of happiness and dance of flowers and their wealth. In fourth stanza, for aught when on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood, they flash upon that inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude, and then my heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils. In this stanza, the author, the writer, and the speaker, William Wordsworth, explains that He moves suddenly in the future back from the lake and windy day. He is feeling vacant at the same time he feels pensive, which means he thinks kind of sad thoughts. So often the image of the daffodils flashes through inward eyes, his mind. It is a form of solitude, but its truth and beauty make it blissful. When the memory of the flowers and the lake flashes into his mind, he feels happy again. His heart is set to dancing, just like the flowers. He dances along with them. They are his cheerful companions once again. So, in this stanza, he explains, he compares his happiness with the dancing flowers. He explains that they are companion and they are happy by seeing my happiness and by mood. And his thoughts, his beautiful thoughts, also help him to be happy and to dance with these beautiful flowers and daffodils, that he called them a golden flowers instead of a yellow flowers. He says that these flowers are very much attractive and very much good, that makes him happy and cheerful in that